upon what the Jazz did. He was acting upon the pushback from all of these other fan bases and social media in general saying, man, that looks bad. Not that these people care about what the Jazz are doing, but it just looked bad to them. So he was reacting to that. He doesn't give a bleep about what the Jazz actually did. It just looked bad and people were talking about it. So he thought, well, now I got to do something.
Yeah, tanking looks bad for the league. I'll give you that. We know that it does. But the way the league is going after teams that are tanking at a time when all the teams that are tanking are small market teams, that looks just as bad, if not worse.
Right. You're deciding, hey, now's the time because there's not going to be a lot of pushback. It's these smaller teams. Because think about it like this. Social media, if this was the year where the Lakers and some of these big teams, or they were going to have to be in the tank next season, right? They're in the depths of the tank, right where the Kings are at. I think social media would blow up and they would say, this is stupid for the league to do because you want your big market teams. But nobody's going to defend small market teams like that because the league isn't as much dependent on the Jazz being good or the Grizzlies being good as they are about the Lakers and other teams like that. So the whole thing is just ridiculous. The whole thing is just, oh, no. I don't know if it's straw man or whatever it is where it's whataboutism. Well, we're going to look over here because nobody wants to know about Kawhi and the trees and the billion-trillion-dollar playpen that's out there in L.A. So let's talk about this now because nobody's going to push back. Little old Memphis or little old whoever, they're not going to push back. And even if they do, the larger NBA group, the larger NBA world does not care the same way they would care if we were implementing this stuff and the Lakers were starting their tank this season.
Yeah, and that's what irritates me. You're trying to wrap it all up here. As you say, you hate it when you read about these plans and ideas to fix tanking. David Aldridge, who's a great writer, he had one today that I stopped reading after I got to this part. This is idea number 5. This is slightly nuts, of course, and possibly totally unworkable. I'm out. I'm not going to waste my time any further.
That's not the best lead in there, Dave. Not the best lead in there.
Yeah. Anyway, there is basketball tonight, and I know you're hoping against hope. I'm with you. At least halfway that we get to see Patrick Baldwin Jr. today.
Yeah, I got a text, and it was essentially the note that we had spoke about before, and they said, well, same thing I said. He's not on the injury active report.
Oh, this is one of your sources?
Yes.
Wink, wink.
Injury and active report, but he wasn't last game either. I went back, before the show, I went back to February 23rd, and I looked, and I was hoping he would be on it because then I could say, process of elimination, that because he's not on it right now, that he would be active. But I'm looking here, Whitey, 5 p.m. Pacific, injury report, February 23rd. He was not on it. So I don't know what that means for tonight.
Okay. So, Jay, since he's a two-way guy, not to put you on the spot, but I think you have some experience with this stuff, couldn't it be that he's not on the Kings active roster? And if he's not, then he's not injured. There's just no designation for that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Hold on, though.
You're 1,000% right.
Hold on, though. But this is what we saw before. February 23rd, Isaiah Stevens out, G League - two-way.
Okay.
That's where I thought he would be.
Right.
Because we've seen that before.
Yeah.
He just doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is a unicorn. 7 foot, can shoot the lights out, shades of KD.
He's listed here at 6'10".
Well, he grew.
Yeah.
He grew.
I'd say, though, I haven't, and I could be wrong, maybe I need to go back. I haven't seen anything officially saying that he has been signed. Normally
there was
you get
an announcement.
something that's put in.
Yeah, I thought they had, I understand your point, and I thought they announced that he had signed before the announcement on Killian Hayes.
I must have missed it.
I thought I'm going back now. I did think I saw that. I got to go past their beam. It's been a great run in Sacramento, and the Kings said, not so fast. Need you to clock in tonight, big fella, after their big win. That was very good by the social team. Shout out to them. I'm going back
what are
here.
You talking about?
I'm on their Twitter page.
Okay,
I'm on their Twitter page. I'm trying to see if they announced it. And
yeah, they did.
Okay, they did.
Yeah. Sunday night. Hence why I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Jay. You got the noties on, the notifications?
Dog, unlike you, brother, I move and groove, brother. I don't pray down to the Sacramento Kings.
3:39 p.m., February 22nd. welcome to the 916. They got a picture of him in a Kings jersey, but I saw him in sweats a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm. I know. No, I'm with you. At this point, that's what we want to see, right? We got to see Killian Hayes, and I know I was not as generous with my praise as you were for his first game, but it's kind of interesting to see how he does.
+6, really good distributing the basketball. What's the problem? I'm not understanding the problem. Hold on. Let me finish.
Mm-hmm.
+6, great job distributing the basketball. What do you have? 4 assists, something like that. Fresh off the plane. What was he in Cleveland?
I don't know where
right?
they were.
He with the Cavs G League. So his body thinks it's what? 3 hours, 2 hours before?
All right. So what should we expect tonight
after?
then? Now that he's got
expecting
one
him
in the pocket.
I'm expecting my guy, the lefty, shades of D'Angelo Russell, first time on the Nets, getting to the middle of the floor, getting to the key, finding that little midi, warm it up there. Then after you warm it up, that's when you show the wiggle. That's when you get jiggy with it a little bit. You start distributing the basketball. You can move things around. Whitey, he's shifty. He can do different things. He kicks it out to the unicorn, to my guy, PBJ, in the corner, and it'll be all okay.
So both of these are your guys, just so we have it on record.
Hold on now.
Alan would have us believe that the Kings have D'Angelo Russell and Kevin Durant. That's who he thinks these two guys are.
Now hold on a second.
True or false? You think the Kings have acquired D'Angelo Russell and Kevin Durant?
That's false. Shades. If you squint.
Shades of, okay.
Jay, if you squint, look. PBJ to me is who I am higher on. Okay, PBJ, I got more history with PBJ, seeing him do his thing throughout the league. He just got to figure out some things. Killian Hayes, I'm along for the ride with everyone else. I'm just trying to be optimistic. But if I'm hitching my wagon to somebody and next season, Jay, this time next year, hey, Alan, remember when you said PBJ was the guy, and I will be right. But in case I'm wrong, that is who I'm hitching my wagon to.
Gotcha. We clear. We clear.
Now, I hope we get to see him.
I'm with you. Killian Hayes.
Heaven forbid he has a good game. I don't know if I'd be able to come in tomorrow.
Killian Hayes.
That would be working with you tomorrow. Let's say Baldwin scores 19 or something.
Oh, my goodness.
Working with you tomorrow would be worse than working with Draper after the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Oh, my goodness. By the way.
Maybe not that bad, but it would be up there.
Can you imagine the hot streak that I would be on? Everyone's got your Tejan Salons. Rookie card going to be worth $20 million one day. Everyone's got your Tejan Salons. But hold on now. We go from Kuminga last night, okay? Then you get a PBJ masterclass tonight. Going into our full show tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, the brand at that point, Whitey.
It's not a full show tomorrow.
On Friday it is.
Yeah,
Friday it is. You go into this show tomorrow because it's a back-to-back. Let them go off for 2 nights. Then we come in full show on Friday. The stock, you better buy stock in PBJ right now. And the brand is going to be off the charts on Friday, White.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that right now.
There is a reason why you can acquire the stock for not much. The value is fairly low right now.
Just like Tejan Salon.
Yeah.
Same body type.
Mm-hmm.
Tejan Salon and PBJ.
I thought PBJ was a 7-footer.
Well, Tejan's going to grow too. He's only 19.
Gonna grow.
I know we're not.
I hope we get to see him. I hope he plays.
I know we're not used to 19-year-old rookies in Sacramento or anybody under the age of 21, but they do exist, Whitey. They do.
Patrick Baldwin is 23, but I get your point. Your overall point.
Well,
I hope we see him tonight. We'll see if we
younger
can't
than
find
Nick
out.
Clifford.
Yeah, see if we can't find out anything as far as specifically on Patrick Baldwin's availability tonight. Did you watch any college basketball last night? That's what Kings fans are doing this year. Watch a lot of college basketball.
Yes, I not as much as I would have liked, but I did see was it? No, well, we watched Cam Boozer. He was on early.
Yeah.
And they smacked up on, that's when we were talking about the Notre Dame coach probably getting canned.
Yeah.
But then.
Did you see the last time they lost the game by that many points?
I mean, it was probably the last time they were, champions in football?
No, it was. I'll have to look it up here. It was. It was like over 100 years ago or something. I mean, when I saw, it, I was like, "What? That's got to be a typo." I'll find that for you. But anyway, you were saying, yeah, Boozer went off, and DeBonta had a big game last night, but they didn't win.
No, they didn't win, and it's very. Look, I love turning it on because you never know who's in the Big 12 now. You get UCF. Who is everybody's in the Big 12 at this point. But yeah, BYU, tough L. Well, we didn't even talk about my guy who you texted me about, the sharpshooter on BYU going down with the ACL. So they're in a really tough spot now without him, and they're trying to figure out, their way, I guess, for the rest of the season. And it's just if it was already the Banta show, it's going to be Richie Saunders going down.
Yeah.
Without Richie Saunders, it was already the AJ DeBanta show, but it's going to be tough sledding.
Duke 100, Notre Dame 56. That's the worst loss for Notre Dame since they lost 64-8 to Chicago First Regiment in 1898. 1898.
When did they become a school?
I don't know.
I need to see the film. I need to see tape on that.
But that was a beatdown.
That was a smackdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Logical Raptors Fanatic says Allen has 20 guys, LOL. Well, we got to organize this. You're not wrong, but we got to organize.
He's on the money. He's spot on.
We got to organize, the level of who I'm riding for.
Again, that's a Kyle Draper thing. I know you're not patterning yourself after him, but how many guys did Drapes have, Jay?
If Allen has 20, Drapes got 200.
Yeah.
You're not bad, Allen. You're good. Everybody's this guy.
And there's different levels. Like, I wasn't checking for Patrick Baldwin Jr. prior to him signing with the Kings, but now that he's here, yeah, he's my guy. I wasn't checking his G League stats. If I go out and I say the Kings need to bring in somebody, right? I'll give you one. I'll wear Jarris Walker. When we went back and forth and I said the Kings need to go get Jarris Walker, if they had done that.
And what did I say?
You said he was terrible. Like, Obi Toppin is my real boy. Like, Obi Toppin is my boy. The Kings don't need him now, but when the Kings were looking around for that four, that was one of my boys. There's different levels to this. Patrick Baldwin Jr., I got reminded of the name. I checked out the tape. I liked him back in the day when the Warriors got him. So let's see what happens.
Okay, let me ask you about this. This is something that came up on the morning show. I think it's when Katie was on. You could question, where this comes from, or it certainly would be something that the organization would want to put forward. And this was a question for Katie, so I'm not saying she brought this forward, but every team needs veterans. So even the Kings, they're tanking. Every team needs veterans. So you think that should comfort or dissuade any fans that are upset because, my goodness, they're playing the veterans too much. They should be playing the younger guys. One rule of thumb is, well, every team, good or bad, needs veterans.
Whitey, I'm in a good mood.
Uh-huh.
I want to stay in a good mood. And now you got me talking about the vets.
Well, I know, because I know it's kind of a touchy subject for you. That's why I ask you.
I don't disagree with Katie based on how everything ended up happening, right? The fact that Domantas Sabonis is out for the season, and the fact that Dennis Schroeder got traded, and the fact that Zach LaVine is out for the season, then I don't disagree with her. The whole thing was they had all these dudes on the team at the same time. And really the only one that they moved off of was Dennis Schroeder. So my argument was always, well, how many vets do you need? So I guess right now it doesn't look as bad because two of those guys that are right behind you on the big posters aren't playing, but that wasn't initially the plan. So they essentially got bailed out because LaVine and Sabonis are out for the season. But you don't need, every team needs vets. Every team doesn't need 7. When you're losing and you kind of stink and you're expensive.
Yeah.
That's my issue. With the two of them, Russ and DeMar, I'm kind of, like I've told you, I'm kind of done fighting that battle unless they eclipse 30 minutes and over 15 shots, whatever it is.
There's a lot of truth to that notion. And again, this was a question that Katie was asked and she answered, and that's a good point. In this case, however, I'm not suggesting she should have said this, but in this case, with this roster, it's rationalizing because they didn't want to have all these veterans and they weren't able to move off of them. Did you see the Mark Stein report on Domas today, citing a source? It was Daniel Gafford. He's with Dallas, right? Dallas, or is he with
Last I
Wizards?
checked.
Yeah. Whoever was trying to trade him, they were not able to get a first-round pick for him.
Okay.
And the same is also true, according to sources, of Sabonis. The Kings were not able to get any first-round interest in him. There was that report that I know TC's on top of all this stuff. He says, look, if they could have gotten a first in that Wizards thing, they should have done it, he said. And we don't know. That's the thing. We don't know. But according to this report, the Kings were not able to get first-round pick interest in Domantas Sabonis.
That makes a lot of sense why he's still here. And they shouldn't have done any deal unless it included some type of young talent that you were really high on and some seconds. You shouldn't have done a deal. I mean, doing a deal for R.J. Barrett, and I know Scott Perry probably likes R.J. Barrett more than I do as a basketball player, but doing a deal for R.J. Barrett, Grady Dick, and a couple seconds for Domantas Sabonis, I wouldn't have done it either. And that's Scott Perry saying, I love you, R.J. I can't do it, though. Right? I cannot do it. And if we were to look at the DeAndre Hunter deal and whether or not that made a ton of sense, we can at least argue that if you did that deal for R.J. Barrett at 27 years old, I don't think he's 25 still. You just can't do it. He might still be 25. But either way, I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I think in that situation, if you were going to go with the Colin Murray Boyles, maybe him, RJ, Grady in some seconds.
If you could get younger.
The same way you're squinting to see PBJ as KD. But without Colin, if it's just Grady and some seconds and RJ and whoever else to make that money work, OUT. For these reasons, I'm out.
Yeah. The only way you could see Patrick Baldwin Jr. as KD is you got not only to squint, you got to close your eyes and you got to be huffing or something.
Look, man.
That's the only way. It's disrespectful to Patrick Baldwin Jr.
No, hold on,
to suggest that he's KD.
You know those glasses that they'll give out at Kings games for one of those events, or when you're down there at the court, and you know what I'm trying to say. They make you put them on and it makes you dizzy. Right?
Yeah.
You can't clearly see.
Okay.
Maybe if you're
3D
wearing
glasses?
No. You're supposed to, hey, you're going to put these glasses on. I can't say what it's supposed to make you feel like or, your vision like.
Yeah.
But, hey, now go through these cones as you're trying to do that with the glasses on.
Oh.
Maybe with those glasses,
maybe
he's got some KD in him. Because I see it. We're about to go to a breather. Go fire up the tape again. Or fire up my highlight tape.
Tell us, for my sake, maybe I'm the only one who doesn't see it. When we come back, could you please tell us the similarities?
I'll tell you.
Okay. All right. Appreciate that. Also, Sacramento's push for an MLB expansion team is coming. It's coming in 3, 2, next, Sactown Sports.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
Spring is here, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings, plus get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
There are many reasons to choose Gonzalez Law Offices. As a dedicated trial lawyer with an undefeated record from 2016 through 2019, and you'll know that no case is too big or too small. Due to his success, hard work, and commitment to excellence, attorney Jonathan Gonzalez has been listed in Super Lawyer's Rising Stars, as well as in the top 40 under 40 list by national trial lawyers. You can find Gonzalez Law Office online at saclegaldefense.com or call him at 916-304-9187.
When life calls for a little extra, a kitchen upgrade, paying off debt, or that dream vacation, Valley Strong Credit Union is here to help. With a Valley Strong home equity loan, you can tap into your home's value with competitive rates, flexible terms, and local guidance you can trust. Get approved in as little as 5 minutes, with funding in as few as 5 days. Your goals are within reach. Visit valleystrong.com to get your offer today. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 456506.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 916-277-8599 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
You remember me from a show called And Joe? I'm back on the radio, Sacramento. It's Joe Mommy, and when you need your new country fix, join me weekdays from 6A to 10 for the Pat and Cody with Joe show on New Country 105.1 KNCI or on the free KNCI app.
Co-hosts of the wildly popular Bad Friends podcast, Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee.
Wow, I can't even believe that this is real right now.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like this is a scam. It's going to explode on you.
No.
Live Saturday, March 14th, the venue at Thunder Valley.
Do you know what the 3 colors on the Irish flag stand for?
What?
The hair, the skin, the soul.
Oh, is that what liquor does to your soul?
Yeah, turns you green.
Buy tickets now. Visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee.
Oh, this is like...
That's top notch.
Afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
All right, Alan, we have some news for you. Don't know if it's good news or bad news, but Jay did some check-in. He's got some update on Patrick Baldwin Jr.'s availability tonight.
Whoa!
What do we got, Jay?
Come on, Jay.
Who do you like to use? Alan, who do you call?
What are you talking
Need
about?
some information?
My sources?
Sources?
My sources, baby.
Sources tell me that PBJ, I'm not going to call him that ever again, but Patrick Baldwin Jr. is with the team live in the flesh.
Okay.
Physical is done. And 50-50 shot this evening.
Ooh.
Okay. Now, Jay.
Maybe 70-30. I'm not sure. I didn't get the statistic on it.
Now, Jay, hold on now. You said it probably won't break during the show?
Probably not. You know, an injury report, as much as it helps, it hurts us too.
Okay. Because if it breaks during the show, let's keep close to the breaking news sounder.
I got you.
That's what we need.
I don't think that's what that's for.
I definitely do. Anytime you can add a 7-foot unicorn onto your team, it's time to do it. That's what we're talking about right here.
Now, you promised you're going to tell us how he's similar to Kevin Durant.
Well, number one, I mean, this is the clear thing. Anybody that knows ball knows that somebody with that type of wingspan, he gets up for a mid-range, obviously a three-point shot. Nobody's in his airspace. Nobody can guard the man. The only thing that guards him is the rim when it doesn't go in. On top of that, his stride.
That must happen a lot.
It doesn't. It doesn't. If you fire up the tape that I told you to fire up. His strides, okay, it takes him about 4 steps to get down the court, and he's getting much better at weaponizing those steps the same way that Kevin Durant does. So those are just a couple quick ones for you. I do think that his lateral movement needs to improve, but the way he can pull in a defense and the amount of attention that he brings in, that's going to open up things for a Keegan Murray and get rid of his yips. That's going to open up things for a lot of different guys on the team that can shoot the basketball. Nick Clifford, guys like that. I love what I'm seeing from him so far this season in the G League, it's only going to get better.
All right.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
I mean, you cannot be faulted for your enthusiasm.
I'm telling you. This dude. Look, we already hit with Daquan Plowden. We told y'all, right? And what's he do? Come out, what do you have, 19 last game?
Yeah.
We told y'all.
Jay and I were on Daquan Plowden.
I'm glad. That's why this thing is rocking and rolling.
Summer League.
That's why this thing's rocking and rolling. And I've spoken with some of his people as well at Summer League.
Daquan Plowden is twice the player Patrick Baldwin Jr. will ever be.
I don't know about that. I don't know why it's a competition. I thought we want the team to improve.
Well, we do.
We need multiple guys to take
I
that
hope he
next
plays
step.
that. I do. And I do remember was working as you were at the Warrior Station when they drafted him, and there was a lot of upside. We haven't seen it come to fruition yet, but an intriguing prospect, if he can still be considered a prospect in an otherwise rather empty season. So why not?
If you are younger than a rookie on the team, you can still be a prospect.
Yeah, sure.
That's what I would say.
Sure.
So I'm telling you guys right now, let my boy spin. Jay, just like they said in Friday Night Lights, you want to win? Put Booby in. Let me spin, coach. Let me spin. Come on now.
Now, how about Sacramento's MLB baseball prospects? Apparently, there was a breakfast yesterday. Here's a story from the Bee here. Sacramento leaders contemplate the next decade of downtown, a city on the rise. Local leaders, took stock at downtown Sacramento on Tuesday. Downtown Sacramento Partnership Breakfast. Government, business leaders taking account each year of the city's urban center. One of the things that was discussed by Mayor Kevin McCarty is Sacramento's baseball future. In his remarks, according to the Bee, McCarty doubled down on plans to pursue Major League Baseball and said he and West Sacramento Mayor Martha Guerrero would launch a campaign for an expansion team in the spring. Quote, "We are 100% in the mix," end quote. And after the event, McCarty told reporters there would be, quote, "a lot to announce in the coming weeks," end quote. West Sacramento, he said, quote, "is the likely and the preferred location," end quote, "for potential MLB team." So we're talking here about Sacramento with some kind of stadium plan or funding plan or hopefully some combination thereof, and it's coming soon.
But
I don't know how substantial it will be.
Right.
How effective it will be, but Sacramento is gearing up.
But this is essentially them just gearing up to fully put their name in the hat.
Yes.
Right. They're still going up against the Portlands and the Salt Lakes.
Salt Lake City and Nashville.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're still going up against that, but that's them basically telling everyone, we are doing this and we are planning on putting our best foot forward to try to get this done.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's going to be a long putt, if I may mix sports. But I think Sacramento and the people involved in this realize, if not now, who knows when baseball is going to expand again.
You have to try.
Yeah.
You have to try, and, it's like running a campaign and you don't end up winning. You're not going to get that money back. But if you feel like you had an opportunity and wanted to make a move and see what you could do, you got to do it. And look, everybody knows how I feel about it. I just think the proximity to the Giants is a problem. I think the Giants knew that was going to be the case, and that's why they wanted to get the A's up out of here. So I think that is one of the biggest things hindering Sacramento, because if I'm Salt Lake or if I'm Portland, that's my number one argument. And it's just going to go along the lines of, hey, I mean, these guys, it's not even 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
Or it can be based on the traffic, but we're talking about 2 hours, under 2 hours to get to your nearest Major League Baseball team. Utah doesn't have anything like that. Portland doesn't have anything like that. So that's the number one thing that I think they're going up against, on top of just the idea of expansion. If Sacramento did get it, would it even, from the larger baseball space and sports space, would it even feel like expansion the same way it would if we got something brand new in Portland or we got something brand new in Salt Lake? So I know that the powers that be at the major league level, they're cognizant of that. And I would just, the same way, Whitey, I was doing a lot of research on this, and I want to send you something too about the chances of winning, that they're getting the first pick. And I think it was somebody at No Ceiling said, even going back further before the flattened odds, it hasn't been great odds for the worst team getting that first pick. I just want to cool off everybody's expectations and hopefully be wrong. I don't want to come up here and say, well, I think they're going to get the number one pick. I think they're going to get a baseball in Sacramento, because there's just a lot of things that have to go right.
Oh, absolutely. According to reports, I've seen reports that the Giants aren't as concerned about a team in Sacramento as they were about a team in Oakland. I don't know. I know you do some stuff on a Giants podcast, so I would understand that, but I know that has been reported or suggested that that's not as big an issue for the Giants. There's also been talk from the commissioner talking about, we like teams in a similar region. It's easy on travel, which would suggest that, okay, maybe baseball would even prefer to have a team fairly close to the Giants.
I like that. That second part, I'll buy.
Yeah, I'll show you that. He has spoken about that. You know how he does in very vague terms. So you kind of, he could be talking about Sacramento. I don't know. Portland's funding mechanisms are a little iffy. Salt Lake City and Nashville are way ahead of the game. But the one advantage, if Sacramento has an advantage in this, and if they do, it may not be a great one, but the one thing they have is they have the A's right now.
Mm-hmm.
So they still have this chance for the next 2 years, however long they're here, to show this is what we would do with a major league team. And I know on the surface level, last year, that wasn't overly impressive, but they still have them. So they have to maximize that. Again, I'm with you. I think it's a real long shot, but that's their best shot.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. Real quick on the Giants piece, it just reminded me of something. I haven't really been going to traditional gyms in a while because I'm running around trying to, figure out the schedule and all that. But it reminds me of when somebody says, hey, can I work in with you? I mean, you can. I don't mind, but I'd prefer you not, right? That's the Giants with a team in Sacramento. I'm not overly annoyed, but I kind of just want to work by myself. That's what it reminded me of. As far as what could happen with the other teams and with the other cities, I don't feel comfortable putting it on Sacramentans to say, hey, if you want a team, then go out and support the
That's
A's.
only part of it. I agree with you. That's only part of it.
It's also
about
careful
local
about
businesses and how they can show MLB. Mm-hmm. This is how we'll support the team. I'm not saying it's all on the fans.
But you remember when they first moved out, that was a big thing. That's why attendance gate started. And everybody was counting attendance. Well, if they can't fill a minor league ballpark, what are they going to do? And I just thought the whole thing was a little bit overblown because a lot of these decisions are going to be made. If we were to look at it like, I love my pie charts. If we were going to look at it like a pie chart, the attendance for the A's, a team that is not yours, what percentage are you giving that for Sacramento to get a Major League Baseball team? I don't feel comfortable going over 30.
Yeah, well, that's why last year was not checkmate. Mm-hmm. Last year did not eliminate Sacramento, even though the attendance was like at times like, ooh, it's like, yeah, it's all right. Extenuating circumstances.
Yeah, but again, it might look like that if I think the A's are going to be better. I think they might slip into that last wild card. But if they stink again, what are you supposed to do? Well, Sacramento, you didn't go out and support that team that doesn't have your name and isn't very good. So now you don't get a team that could be good and will support your city.
My understanding, you're not the only one with sources, Alan. My understanding is that last year, local businesses, they came to the A and said, we'll help you, with sponsorships and things in the community. And the A said, we got it. We're good.
Oh.
And this year the A's have come around to the idea that, all right, let's work on some things.
See? I mean, it's the same thing with the jersey and 916
well, that's
night.
part of it. Yes, exactly.
916 night.
Exactly.
And all this stuff. We'll see if it works out for them. Just win. Just win, baby. Just like another team that used to be in Oakland. Just win. You win, people will show up. And you are not a fair weather fan. You are not a front runner fan. You do what you want. You're a Kings fan. You already got it tough.
Oh, absolutely. It is incumbent upon a team to do things that compel you to spend money to go out there.
That's right.
It's not your responsibility to support the team.
Preach, Whitey.
Yes, it's on them.
Mm-hmm.
When we come back, do we need Alan to bring us a special edition of, I don't know, would you be up for a special edition of Kaminga Watch?
Would I? I've been waiting.
It's next on Sactown Sports.
The only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sactown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for three, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed, plus an extra $100 off all mattresses. And Saturday, only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
This month, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Benjamin Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G service. What's up with that? Ben Franklin wasn't even a president. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be in business with an American wireless company that supports our vets in a big way and keeps all their customer service in this country. That's important. And you'll be on the same towers the big carriers use, so you'll get the same 5G service without the inflated price. So hang on to your Benjamins and switch to Pure Talk for a Jackson and a Lincoln. No contract, no hidden fees. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll get 50% off your first month when you switch. That's pound 250, Mike Rowe, for an American wireless company that is truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
A's fans, the 2026 season is coming fast, and single game tickets are on sale now. Be there for an exciting season packed with theme days, giveaways, and firework nights, including bobbleheads, jerseys, hats, and much more. And getting in is easier than ever. Tickets start at just $8 for select April and May games. From opening day to unforgettable summer nights, there's something for everyone at the ballpark. Get your tickets today at athletics.com/tickets and be part of the excitement this 2026 season.
Have you tried my Colombian tamales?
Yes, but the Mexican tamales I brought are way better.
Colombian tamales wrapped in plantain leaves are unmatched, you know.
But the Mexican tamales wrapped in corn husks are the authentic ones.
At least we can agree that they taste better with Pepsi.
Without a doubt, tamales deserve Pepsi. No matter what tamales you love, enter for a chance to win a year's worth of groceries. Powered by Pepsi. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents 18 or over. Ends April 5th, 2026. Rules at pepsipromo.com/free groceries. Pepsi is a registered trademark of Pepsi Go Inc.
Get ready, Sacramento. The Sacramento Boat Show and Big RV Show is taking over Cal Expo, March 5th through March 8th. It's 2 huge shows, 1 massive event. Don't miss it. Get details now at 2hugeshows.com.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just 1 shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, it's Flo here to say drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds.
Nice! With my new savings, I'll get some hiking gear. It'll be great for my outdoor era.
I don't know if it counts as an era if you just buy stuff.
I got a cute hiking backpack. It's an outdoor era.
Well, you only bought one thing. I don't think it's an era.
Well, I think we're in a agree to disagree era.
Yeah, sure, you're probably right. Anyway, with the money you could save by switching to Progressive, you can afford to switch to other things in life. It's
my savings era.
Also, everything you do is not an era.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
And the high flyer stepping in. You know, this is kind of like a pregame workout for the high flyer. Because he's got game night. He comes in with us.
That's right.
You know, get up a couple jumpers, right, Hank? Get in the layup lines a little bit. Yeah, play a little one-on-one with Allen.
You know what? Sometimes you got to go to the 24-hour before you go to the game. You know, just go over there and try to get your mind right, and then then you go play your NBA game.
Look, I'm just looking at this hoodie you got. That thing is crispy. I need one.
Do you know how old this hoodie is, bro? Alan, here's what I do, bro, and people really trip off of it. When I get gear, I won't wear it for the first year.
Okay. What?
I won't wear it for the first year. I might wear it the year after, maybe even 2 years later. This thing is 2 years old.
Huh.
2 years old. So when people say like, "Hey man, where'd you get that from?" I said, "I got this 2 years ago," and I break it out. I mean, I got stuff in my closet right now.
Yeah.
From this year, still with the tags on it. I will not wear it this year.
I know you don't have one of those white KHDK hoodies.
That's a problem right there.
You ain't got one?
Hey, I need to go downstairs and talk to the big guy.
Hey, let me go get you one right now.
See that I'm saying?
should, yeah.
That's a problem.
I'm gonna go get you one.
That is a problem. I need one. Double X.
Are you going to show High Flyer your workout video, your basketball highlights?
I will during the break. I will.
Wait. He got a what?
Yesterday we're doing the show, High Flyer, and we were talking about the Kings or something. We go to break, and he's sitting right there like he is right now. He has his laptop. He goes, "Whitey, are you ready for this?" I thought there was breaking news or something.
Right.
He starts showing me all his, like, from 4 or 5 years ago.
It was a couple years ago.
Playing pickup basketball highlights
I wanted
that
Whitey
his
to
wife
see,
recorded.
I wanted Whitey to see my bag. I had to show him the bag work.
Alan, you know what? Hey, I want to see your hoop game as about as bad as you want to see my baseball game.
Oh man!
Because we both played the other sport.
I hear you. I'm saying, I can get to the rack a little bit. Whitey saw. Whitey, stop playing with me.
I feel the same way about baseball. I pitch, play first base.
Right.
I thought I threw a little smoke. I used to get it up there in the 80s. But if you watch me throw a baseball now.
Yeah. See, to me, it's all about picking your spots. If I walk in and, the average height is about 6'2" and up, I'm turning right on around.
It's over with.
But if I walk in and I'm seeing some dudes, okay, you look like maybe you stopped after high school or whatever the case may be, then it's time to eat.
I got you.
But if I walk in there, sometimes, Saturday YMCA in Embarcadero, that was the time. And Mondays, I walk in, dude played D2, another dude played JUCO. I'm Draymond. Right, I'm on the squad. I'm just rebound pass.
Right. But
I don't know. Look at the basket.
Hey, but at least you know your role, though.
Oh no, I'm not up there hucking.
And he ain't trying to play outside himself.
Oh yeah,
I like that.
But you get me on a Sunday run.
It's all about you.
Oh, it's Friday night. It's Sunday night lights.
It's all about you.
A Sunday matinee, High Flyer.
So he like Kobe Bryant when he give him to his. Give me the ball.
That's right. Everyone say, Allen, you stat padding against lesser opponents. Yeah. So what?
Kuminga supposedly patterned his game after Kobe's game. That's what he has said. Last night, oh my goodness, we had to bring back Kuminga watch for Allen today because his guy Kuminga looked so good last night.
Look, man, it was really refreshing to see. I don't know where everybody falls on the Steve Kerr of it. And, obviously the Warriors players always rode for Kuminga, but it just didn't really work on the court. I was just happy to see Kuminga happy. And I get it. Against the Wizards, not a good team. I feel you. Jalen Johnson only played 6 minutes. He goes down. So it was Kuminga time. I'm not making any large proclamations, but he looked dang good.
Alan, let me tell you this, bro. And this is to, how good you can evaluate talent. Kuminga's a baller, bro. Do not get it twisted.
Yeah.
The dude could play. I don't care if it's against Washington or if you got to go up against Houston. It was personal at Golden State. It wasn't about how he played.
Right.
It's definitely personal because when Steph went out and they played Minnesota and they had to play him, he was the only dude that balled out.
That's right.
He balled out. And I don't care what you say, he got it done himself. So the dude can play. It's all about what was going on in the Golden State organization, how they felt about him, more so, i.e., Steve Kerr. They were beefing. And Steve's like, okay, I'm going to show you that you're not going to outdo me. Right. I'm going to outdo you. But you remove him, put him on a different type of situation and a different style of play, the boy can go, and he tailor-made for today's NBA.
And he had 4 assists last night.
Yeah, 4 assists. He looked great.
Yeah.
He looked great.
If he shoots the 3 ball like that, I know I said this earlier when we were doing the crossover, and I've said this about him from when he was a rookie. If he shoots the 3 ball like that, 3 or 4, and they look good, I don't know how you guard him.
No, but that's been the whole thing. He'll have games where he's hot from 3. He'll have games where he's not. But again, he needed a team where he could put him up and figure out what's working and what's not. And Golden State, they did not want to be a team like that. They just didn't want to.
They didn't want him to come to the Kings either, looks like.
No, they didn't. And, there's a lot of conversations that were had about could the Kings have gotten Kuminga and that Keon Ellis conversation during the summer and the first round pick. It's still early. It's just one game, but I do think there are going to be a lot of Kings fans that think, yeah, maybe we should have went out and got this guy, or at the very least saw why Scott Perry was torn between selling a lot more to get him, but I still need to see a little bit, because if I'm not mistaken, Atlanta, they could pick up his option, they could decline his option.
Yeah.
But either way,
they get a look-see.
Either way, in a year, he'll have an opportunity to go get that real paper.
And I look at it like this with Jonathan Kuminga. Golden State, they definitely didn't want him to come straight to Sacramento.
No.
At all.
Agreed.
At all. But it was a situation to where, okay, I know you want my car. I'm not really trying to sell it to you. But if I come and say, Styles, give me the moon, the stars, and Grandma Styles, and if you give it to me, then okay, you can have it.
Right.
But if you're not giving me that, I don't really want to see you driving my whip, dog.
Yeah. But that price might not be the same price for, you might not even sell it for that to somebody else.
Exactly.
But I don't want you to have it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want you to have it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it was with Golden State and Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm telling you, man, early on in the season, before anything else jumped, who had the whole NBA in a chokehold? Nobody wanted to move, didn't want to make a decision until they saw what happened with Jonathan Kuminga.
Right.
So it's just not you that's saying, this dude got something.
Yeah.
The whole league was in a chokehold until he made his decision.
Right. And, I mean, you look at a team like the Nets, who were never really in the mix for Jonathan Kuminga, but they were famously the team that had the cap space. We'll see, Whitey. And you know what? Another thing, I know, like I said, he's going to be available if the...
Are you telling us Kuminga watch is not over here?
Not that contract, unless he signs an extension with the Hawks. But on top of that, where I was going was, now all of a sudden, and you could still have cap space, don't get me wrong, I believe the Nets do. Now all of a sudden, is Kuminga going to find himself today's price, or yesterday's price, not today's price, because of these possible tanking rules, where teams are thinking, okay, well, now that 23-year-old looks a little bit different. When I thought we were going to be in the tank and go get 2 more top 5 picks, no thank you if I'm the Nets.
Oh, yeah.
But now, I don't know if we're going to be back in the tank, so let's just go pay for a 23-year-old dude who's showing something. I think Kuminga woke up. I woke up in a Bugatti. I woke up in a brand new situation.
And see, that's the thing, too. Here's the deal. If he starts playing well, you think he wants to leave that situation? Oh, no. No. If he starts playing well, I'm staying right here. I'm negotiating with you and you only. Anywhere else, okay, I know Sacramento, y'all like me and everything. That's cool. I appreciate it. But no, too close to Golden State. Nah, I'm staying right here.
Doesn't it depend, too, on how much people are willing to pay him, though?
Yes, but still, in today's game, Whitey, if you're Jonathan Kuminga in your game is just starting to go back to the moon, and you want to give me $25 million, but he want to give me 30, but it's a new situation. I don't know what's going on over there with him. No, dog, you keep that because I'm going to be the man here, and I can recoup that.
Yeah. Speaking of being the man, the one thing we do need to see, because it's only been one game, I do want to see how it looks with Jalen Johnson. Obviously, I don't have League Pass anymore, but I know Jalen Johnson's been doing his thing. I do want to see how they work together, because Jalen Johnson is their guy. But
he only played 5 minutes last night.
Yeah, he was out with a hip, I think. But they're going to go out. I think this is our conversation we're going to have, I think, tomorrow, Whitey, about what happens if the Hawks – what happens if the Kings get the 5th pick? The Hawks what if they're sitting at 7 and they want a point guard? What do you do? Because they're going to go out and get one of the 3 point guards at the top of the draft. What do you do next there? But I got one more thing before I throw it back to you. Warriors, Hawks. You know what day they play? And this is just divine intervention. You know what day they play, Whitey? What did I just tell you yesterday?
Your birthday?
March 21st. Warriors, Kuminga, March 21st. I might have a birthday party. Why do you come by? High flyer? Oh, my goodness. What are the chances?
Where is that? That's it.
It's in Hotlanta.
Oh, well, let's go.
And the other thing is, too, and we were talking about different markets and how there's some of those kind of middle markets like the Dallases of the world.
Right.
Atlanta is another one where it is a big market. So I do think that, to your point about where you want to go, if it's 30 in Sac, or 25 or 25 in Atlanta.
Yep.
I mean, I know I'm going to be.
Yeah. Why Darren Peterson is still my top pick. I don't care what Alan says or High Flyer says. We're back with that next. Sactown Sports.
Listen to the #1 sports lineup in Sacramento.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt George, and Kayla Anderson. The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
Every weekday live and local 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Online at SactownSports.com or download the app right on your phone. Your #1 source for all your Northern California sports. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When life calls for a little extra, a kitchen upgrade, paying off debt, or that dream vacation, Valley Strong Credit Union is here to help. With a Valley Strong home equity loan, you can tap into your home's value with competitive rates, flexible terms, and local guidance you can trust. Get approved in as little as 5 minutes, with funding in as few as 5 days. Your goals are within reach. Visit valleystrong.com to get your offer today. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 456506.
Hurry in and save big during Honda's President's Day sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hurry in and save on our best selection of new Hondas. Each is priced to sell now. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on a giant selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Civics, and Accords with low finance and lease options. Plus, get an instant cash offer for your trade. Get to Folsom Lake Honda or go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop. Co-hosts of the wildly popular Bad Friends podcast, Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee.
Wow, I can't even believe that this is real right now.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like this is a scam. It's going to explode on you.
No. Live Saturday, March 14th, the venue at Thunder Valley.
Do you know what the 3 colors on the Irish flag stand for?
What?
The hair, the skin, the soul.
Oh, is that what liquor does to your soul?
Yeah, turns you green.
Buy tickets now. Visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee.
Oh, this is like...
That's top notch.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Like the beam for Sacramento Kings. We the beam team, ayy. Like the beam for Sacramento Kings. Like the beam team. Like the beam for Sacramento Kings. We the beam team, ayy. Like the beam for Sacramento
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Drive Guys taking you up to game night. The Kings and the Rockets coming up. I know Alan Stiles is among the many Kings fans who's hoping to see Patrick Baldwin Jr. make his Kings debut tonight. All we know is he's there, but it looks like 50-50 chance he's going to play. That's the latest from a highly placed source. So we don't know yet.
I'm double checking right now. I know we got the update from Jay. I'm just refreshing, seeing if any of our guys, if any of our guys, Sean Cunningham, Jason Anderson, nothing yet. There's no confirmation, but that means there's no confirmation that he isn't playing either.
Right, yeah, it's possible still. He's very excited about Patrick Baldwin Jr. and also Killian Hayes. He's comparing them, High Flyer,
come on. Oh, here we go.
to, well, you have said it, D'Angelo Russell and Kevin Durant.
No. The second one, I didn't say. I did say Killian Hayes plays. I could see shades of D'Angelo Russell. I did say that. I did not say the PBJ KD thing.
Did you tell everyone that someone else said it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
but I didn't say that. Those are two different things.
He backing off that, ain't he?
A little bit.
Boy, he Michael Jackson. He moonwalking off that one.
I didn't say it. If I said something, I'll stand on it. I did say Killian Hayes, the way he was moving, and he was lefty, so I saw how he was moving reminded me of D'Angelo Russell. And a lot of people said, well, is that a good thing? I said, based on what the Kings have had.
He reminds me of him on defense a lot.
Ole.
See, man, I can't wait for these guys to cook tonight. I can't wait to text you, why do you see that? After every single play.
You know, my thing, fellas, is that, okay, we know where we are with the wins and losses. Don't even need to count them anymore. I'm trying to find the small wins.
Yep.
I really am. You know, like I said the other day against San Antonio, I thought Max had a hell of a game.
Yep.
You know, when you're going up against a unicorn like that and you're able to give a double-double and you're a rookie, my hat's off to you. I salute you. You know, I want to see Neek come out and have, you know, a big-time game. I want to see, you know, just some of the young players. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of Precious Achiuwa, bro.
Yeah.
He isn't a guy that I would have as a starting power forward, but he definitely will be on my roster somewhere. The energy, the effort, the motor, the way he plays, I would keep him around for a minute.
How tricky is this, though, High Flyer? We've talked about this. Obviously, Memphis didn't put their best foot forward in the last game. They're a team that is in position where the losses may benefit them as well. So when you have a Kings victory and some of the young players play well, it's harder to gauge how legitimate that is against a team that had nobody taller than 6'9".
Well,
I mean,
well, you heard what I just said. Against San Antonio, he went up against the guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, okay, Memphis, like I said, Memphis, you can look at it and kind of brush it under the rug a little bit. No, Wemby played.
Yeah.
All right, and Max got his against a unicorn.
Yeah.
The dude plays, so that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at little small things, and right now, I'm with the Kings. Sign as many people as you want, because we need to look at any and all talent possible. Because you never know. If you're trying to find a diamond in the rough, you got to look under some bad coals.
Yep.
You know, you just can't go to the number one spot and say, okay, give me a diamond. No, you got to go find that.
Yeah, I've gone back and forth about Precious Achiuwa just because of how teams are playing the Kings right now and some of the guys that have been sitting. But where I would fall, I saw somebody say, you know, just somebody Kings fan on Twitter, it needs to be Scott Perry's top priority to keep Precious Achiuwa. And I said I said that to you, Whitey, and I said top priority with an exclamation point. We don't have to do all that, but I will say this.
It's somebody you keep around.
Well, again, he's 26 years old. He's 6'8". He's starting to shoot that three ball. We know he's got a big body. You go into next season, there's no reason he can't be, I know he's not the same type of player, there's no reason he can't be your Trey Lyles type player. You keep him, you see what's going on there, and then maybe he turns in to that, because he is a smidge older than maybe what Scott Perry's looking for. He could stay with the squad. If he could keep playing like this, he could be a sweetener and a potential deal. So I'm 1,000% with bringing him back. I don't think there'll be a ton of suitors that the Kings are battling with.
He's also a pillar guy when you look at Scott Perry's pillars, and he checks off a number of those.
That's what I'm saying. He's a guy that you keep around, you know, and you just said it. If this team had Trey Lyles, look a little different. You know, people looked at Trey Lyles like, it's just Trey Lyles. Understand, that Beam Team year, Trey Lyles had a lot to do with that team winning a lot of games.
Yeah.
He played his butt off. So, you know, you have to find tangible guys to keep around. And like I said, he checks off a lot of how they want to play.
Now, come to the draft, if the Kings have their pick of anybody, which is unlikely, but it's possible, I think I'm in the minority, at least in this room, I still would pick Darren Peterson. I'm not concerned about the talk. If he doesn't want to play hard, I think he is legitimately dealing with some health things. Those are a concern, but I'm not worried about his desire to play. And he's such a good defender, and he's such a good shooter, and he still has a high ceiling, but he's very polished. That's why I would take him. The Kings, for years, they need to get into the modern NBA and start shooting and making threes. Now, I'm not saying Darren Peterson necessarily, you're not concerned about how do you upgrade this roster, but going forward, you got to be able to take and make threes. He can do that. I think he's the best player. So assuming that everything checks out when I interview him and the doctors and everything, he still would be my number one pick. But I know everybody around here is crazy about Debonsa.
You know what, Wiley? Let me tell you this. Me and Scott went down the rabbit hole with this, and Jason too. And Jason was very surprised at my answer. What we have to understand is today's athlete is not yesterday's athlete. They're two different things. These guys that had that the decisions they make nowadays, we would have never made them back in the day. I'm not upset at Peterson.
No.
I'm not upset at him at all because you know what? If I'm Peterson in today's game, I'm not even playing right now. I'm shutting it down. Why play? You can't go no higher, Alan. You're projected to come out number one. Why are you playing?
Yeah.
It's a 99.9% chance you're going to get drafted number one for the NBA draft. It's a 50-50 chance that you go out and play with Kansas and blow your knee out. I'm not going against those odds. And then if I'm him, because it's a way you have to do it. You just can't go home and sit down and, eat bonbons and drink Yoo-hoos. Can't do that. But in today's game, I'm hiring me the best trainer. I might move to Dallas and live right next door to Phil Handy. You know what I'm saying? I'm finding the best NBA trainer. Right. I'm finding one of the best NBA strength coaches.
Nutritionalist.
I'm getting me a nutritionalist. I'm locked down. And with Instagram and Facebook and all of that, you seeing what I'm doing every day on a nightly basis. I'm in the lab. So it ain't no question about, is he focused on basketball or is this really what he want to do? You would see a young man in the lab getting it ready. I'm getting ready for the NBA. I don't have to worry about Kansas. I'm not doing nothing here. My job is done here. Banton the same way. I would do the exact same thing. Now, I know it's a little step down from 3 to 4, but if I'm those two guys, I'm not playing no more. I'm shutting it down.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. And I was trying to find this, and it's funny how some NIL amounts come out and some don't, right? Because I know, for example, the pitcher for Texas Tech softball, she came out and she had, 7-figure deal, 2 7-figure deals at Texas Tech. So it's interesting because I cannot find Darren Peterson's NIL because that is a difference, right?
But he got it.
You know he got it.
Right.
But if he were at home, he wouldn't have that. So assuming it's, a couple mil.
Why he wouldn't have it?
Because he wouldn't be playing for a team.
Bruh. That money is going to be there for him.
No, yeah, right. He can get it a different way.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't get me wrong.
It's endorsements out there for him.
Yes.
He's number one, dog. The money is going to be there. Like I said, it's a different day and time. You know what I'm saying? When LeBron came out, he didn't even go to college and had more money than any other NBA player before he stepped on the floor. I know that for a fact.
Right. And you have to take into account that this specific season, though, I don't know if it's 99.9. I think with Debonsa and to a lesser degree Boozer,
he's not falling no lower than 2.
I could agree with
99.9%.
I think if he had shut it down, remember, before the season started, he probably was further ahead of number 2 than he is now.
I would agree with that.
To High Flyers' point, if he had just shut it down,
because I tell you what,
he wouldn't be coming down.
Hey, after he showed who he was against Banta, I wouldn't have played not one more game because it's not a question between who's the best out of 1 and 2. I would have shut it down right then and there and took that route.
He could have. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I know.
But see, back in the day, we could have done nothing like that.
No, you got to get paid.
Nothing like that.
You literally have to play.
Right.
Because you're trying to get that type of money, and these type of endorsements weren't around yet. The biggest question for me with Darren Peterson is this just a really unlucky season when it comes to injury? If we're believing that we've moved on from
that's my point right there, Alan. Yeah. Everybody now is like, okay, well, he's getting injured. He's getting injured. I'm sorry. If you're just working out, you're not getting injured. Mm-hmm. That question is not even on people's minds now. It's not even out there.
Yeah.
So why would you risk it? There's no way I would risk that.
That's a good question.
I'm telling you. That's why I'm trying to figure out, are there 10 million reasons why he's playing for Kansas and doing it on his own.
Did you see supposedly it was informed speculation DeBonzo's getting around $5 million, which sounds low, but I think that was that's what he's probably getting.
Okay.
Yeah. His NIL.
Yeah, this is from the New York Times. Peterson is rumored to be earning millions through NIL and revenue sharing.
Right.
For traditionalists, those dollars feel corrosive, but in the context of potential 9-figure professional career, the anxiety surrounding NIL is oddly misaligned. For Peterson, the real incentive is not the Kansas deal. So that kind of goes back to your point.
But it's too late now. Like, now it's not an option. He can't go,
No, it's too late.
He signed the contract.
It's too late.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, they got the option to do those type of things. And I'm sorry, man, when you're thinking about the long haul, I'm definitely playing the odds on that. Because like I said, you can go out and get hurt, and think about it. He can get hurt. Or let's just say he stinks, Alan. Let's just say he has a bad season and he stinks. Now, all of a sudden, the naysayer's like, yeah, he was projected number 1 back in December, but did you see his play in January? If you shut it down, you ain't got to worry about that.
Right. I think he's not alone. If you're one of these guys that you're happy with where you think you're going to go, this is a larger conversation. This might be just something people do in general.
Especially if you're 1 and 2.
Yeah.
If you're 1 and 2, why risk it? Like I said, you got 1 and 2 and probably a step. Then you got 3, 4, 5, 6, and those guys down low. Now, if you're 6th, 7th, 8th, no, you still got to play because you still got a chance to work yourself higher. Somebody might see you in the Final Four and say, you know what? They were right there neck and neck. We got the 3rd pick. We was looking at 6, but we got the 3rd pick. Let's take him.
That's why so much is at stake in the tournament for
Right.
Peterson. Now, all of a sudden, and I agree with you, if he had not played, he would have been at that elevated status, couldn't be touched. Now he's almost got something to prove.
That's what I'm saying, Whitey.
Yeah.
You have to go out and do it now.
Yeah.
If you would have shut it down early, you don't have nothing to prove.
Yeah.
And guess what? I'm still the man because y'all don't have nothing else to compare me to.
So it's going to be interesting to see how he deals with that. I noticed you say Peterson, DeBonza, then a notch before you get to Boozer?
Yes.
Boozer's pretty good.
Boozer's good, but he's not those two guys. Like I said, it's a step. Just a step now.
He doesn't have bad games.
He's solid. He is very, very solid. I give him that. But he's not those two guys. Those two guys are projected to come out and change. Any organization they go to, they're expected to change that organization to make them relevant and be a big part of that. I like Boozer. He's going to be a big part of wherever he goes, but he's not a franchise-changing player if you ask me right now.
Yeah. And I'll do you one better.
Okay.
Going back to these potential tanking changes.
Yeah.
You have to take that home run swing for a ceiling because what I've mentioned before with Cam Boozer is I don't know that he's going to be your number 1 on a deep playoff run type of team. So you might have to go back into, you might still be tanking with him, and then you go back in 2027, 2028, and you find your guy. With these new tanking rules, I don't think you can afford to take somebody that doesn't have the highest ceiling because you don't know when you're going to be that high again. You have to swing for a Darren Peterson and AJ DeBanz.
That's what the Warriors did with Wiseman and with Kuminga. Now, maybe after the way Kuminga played, maybe it's like, no, they had the right guy. They just didn't handle him right. But they turned their noses up at, or they didn't pick, Halliburton and Franz Wagner because they thought they don't have the upside.
But those guys went in the teens. They went 11, 12.
You know what? Let me ask you guys this. Do you think it's more advantageous for players to come into the league on good teams or come in the league on bad teams?
Bad teams.
Let's say if you get, like you said, you got Banta, right? I'm not going to even talk about Peterson. He's number 1. You got Banta. You think he would do better on a bad team to where as soon as he comes into the league, you the man. We don't win unless you be who you are. On the flip side of coming in, let's say to an Indiana squad to where they're a pretty good squad.
I think Henry and Kuminga's the reason I say this. I think it's better overall for a young player to go to a bad team because I remember Kuminga's rookie year with the Warriors. he'd play some, then he wouldn't play. You know, they had a lot of veterans that he was trying to fit into. He had to learn the culture, and they had a high level, and they didn't have room for him to make mistakes. That same year, I remember Houston, they were still in tank mode. They hadn't come out of it yet. And I remember watching Houston and thinking if Kuminga was on that team, he'd be playing 35 minutes a night.
Right.
Yeah.
And see, and the reason why I'm asking you guys this, because you don't always bring everything back to Sacramento, right? The reason I'm asking you guys this is because, you know, you don't make an alpha. An alpha is born. It's either in you or it's not. So when you get that player and you bring him to your team and you said, hey, you got to be our number one, that got to be in you. If you're not an alpha, it's not going to work.
Right.
And see, and that goes all the way back to our number 13, Keegan Murray. Right now, we're still asking the question of what, Alan? Is he that guy? Can he be an alpha? Is Keegan Murray an alpha?
And so far, the answer is no. At least not yet.
Hey, and here's the deal. When you come to a bad team that says you have to be that alpha and you can't be that guy, that kills your confidence. That kills your game. That's why I'm asking you, is it better to come out to a better team to where you learn how to be a pro, you understand how to play, you're not asked to be everything, you're just asked to be a piece of the puzzle. You come in, you play your game, you learn how to Kawhi Leonard. You come in, you go to San Antonio, and you learn how to be a pro, and then all of a sudden, guess what? You're an all-star, that's your game. You're that guy. But when you're asked to come in 19, 20 years old, and you got to save my franchise, and that's not the guy that who you are, what does that do for you as a player? You're done. You're cooked.
You're getting thrown in the pool, that's for sure. And some sink, some swim. You just gave me an epiphany. And this is not about the hybrid rebuild. This is not about trying to skip the line. But you just described two specific situations, right? You described a bad team with maybe a bunch of young players, right? And then you described a team that was more so ready to go, maybe some level of contending.
Right.
Okay? We're looking at a Sacramento Kings team, which has confused us all season long because they're neither. They're not a super young team that wasn't good, and they're obviously not contending. So in this crazy world, as that reporter took that swipe at Sacramento today, talking to Kobe White, couldn't you make the argument that on paper, this is actually one of the best situations for a young player to come to because they don't have a guy. I don't believe Keegan Murray's going to be a number one on a deep playoff championship type team, and that's fine. I don't think Klay Thompson was that.
That void is there. That need is there.
That need is there.
Which means opportunity.
But the vets are around. Even if you move Sabonis at the deadline, you come in, you have DeMontis Sabonis, you have Zach LaVine, you have, obviously, Keegan Murray, who'll be a vet. You'll have Malik Monk. This is obviously assuming these trades don't work.
So what you're saying is, so when they come in, you're not going to be the alpha.
I'm saying that you can work them into being that. You're getting in the shallow end, and then trade deadline, hey, we moved on from Sabonis or whatever it is. It's a very unique situation where you will be around vets.
But let me tell you this, and I'm telling this because I've been in a locker room. I know for a fact. You cannot have a young player come to the team. This is why we still have the question on Keegan.
Right.
There's no way, and I'm going to put this out there, what we have now. You will not see if Keegan can be an alpha as long as you have Russell Westbrook on the floor.
Right.
Sabonis on the floor. You're going to have
DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan.
No, I agree. No. Because those guys, no.
But what I'm saying, because it's no way a young player, and Keegan's not a rookie.
Right.
But it's no way a young player is going to walk to Russell Westbrook and say, I'm the man here.
No.
You're a piece of the puzzle.
I'm not. Sorry. I was not talking about Russ and DeMar. Excuse me.
But I'm saying.
They are on the team.
Veterans, period, though.
Yeah.
There's no way a rookie is going to come. I mean, even LeBron didn't do that. You know, he had to be like, oh, wait, okay, I got to defer to this guy. You're going to have
Zydrunas Ilgauskas?
You're going to have to give Keegan a situation to where he can go out there and be an alpha, and he's not looking at Sabonis, he's not looking at Zach, he's not looking at Russ, and he's not looking at DeMar to see if he's going to step up and be that alpha.
Well, that's what makes the whole thing so interesting with Keegan, because we don't know if he was on a different team, would he have developed differently? We don't know. I think the main thing, whether you're on a bad team or a good team for a young player, is you got to have consistent minutes. You got to have the opportunity. But with Keegan, we'll never know. He was on a good team as a rookie. Would he have developed differently if he was on a lesser team? With him, he's just such a mystery. The whole thing with Keegan, it's hard to figure out.
Well, the big thing, which I think is easier to figure out, and I think it goes in parallel to what you're saying, High Flyer, is a lot of people have talked about this before. That DeMar decision, after Keegan had a down year his sophomore year, the decision to bring in DeMar directly stymied Keegan's growth. A lot of people would agree with that. I would personally agree with that. If you did bring in, I know we've had the John Collins conversation. It's not about whether he was a good fit or not. It's just he's not going to have the ball as much. They gave Keegan essentially 1 year after rookie season to be that, I guess, second option to A, to B, to Fox and Sabonis, and then they said, okay, that didn't work. Now we're going to bring in DeMar, who famously gets into his office and has the ball. That, I think, is what kind of hit a roadblock for Keegan.
But if you're fine with Keegan being 2, 3, 4th option, then okay, fine. Let it be that. Mm-hmm. But stop trying to push him to that alpha mode.
Yeah.
Let him be who he's going to be.
You know what I worry about now with him, High Flyer? We talked about this yesterday. I like Keegan. I would not trade him.
I love him.
I just don't know if he's as good of a shooter as we thought he was when he was a rookie. I don't know. He had that great year as a rookie, and since then, his shooting has been going down. Maybe there's lots of good reasons for that, but I don't know if he's as good of a shooter as we thought he was.
Because we have Keegan in experiment mode, bro. He's been in experiment mode since he's been here. Okay, Keegan, you shoot the ball, shoot it. The next year, okay, Keegan, we need you to play defense. The next year, okay, Keegan, we need you to rebound. The dude has never had a chance to just play.
He's like a quarterback who has a different coordinator every year.
Every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll ask you this, because we talked about this. He had 6 points last game.
You got 44 seconds.
No, and I'll ask you quick. Do you think they should be running more stuff specifically for Keegan in these last 20-so-odd games?
Definitely so. And it need to be coming out of Keegan's mouth. Give me the ball.
Okay.
Because that's what a true alpha do.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the ball.
That's what I say to Whitey.
I understand.
Getting every show.
Hey, you need to pass it.
Hey, pass that behind the back.
You got to earn it.
Behind the back.
You miss a bunny, you ain't going to see it for a while.
And that's also true.
He old school right there.
That's also true.
I'll see you tomorrow, Alan.
I will be here.
All right, look forward to your many texts tonight about Patrick Baldwin Jr. Stick around. Game night next on Sactown Sports.
Download the Sactown Sports app.